Well, our first presenter is an entrepreneur and solar business development professional. He has extensive experience in commercial solar development, finance, design, engineering, sales, and general management. His company, Trina Solar, has announced an eventual 5 gigawatt PV module fab in Wilmer, Texas. Please join us in welcoming John Shaw, utility scale PV module sales manager in the US for Trina Solar. Hi, John.
Hi, Jonathan. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity very much.
And please take it away with your presentation.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this opportunity to give a little bit of background on Trina Solar, kind of our technological roadmap and some of our plans for the future, specifically in the context of U.S. manufacturing. So first of all, I wanted to give you a little bit of a background on Trina Solar. One really interesting thing to me is that Trina Solar has been around since 1997. Our current chairman is the founder of Trina Solar, Jafan Gao. The thing that's particularly unique about being around for 26 years now is, unfortunately, I can sheepishly admit that in 2006, 2007, I bought a residential solar system, and unfortunately, one of my modules had an issue. Long story short, that company's not around anymore. So I think it's really important to have to utilize a technology from a company that either has been around for the length of perhaps their warranties that they offer, and/or that's strong enough or bankable enough to appear to be able to be around for that long. We were listed on the Shanghai Stock Exchange in 2020. We now have 30,000 employees. We have offices or operations in 18 countries. We have factories in 4 countries, including the US, which was announced the day before RE Plus this year. We have 160 business in 160 different countries. We've shipped over 150 gigawatts total in our life thus far, and we're on track to import over 4 gigawatts into the US this year. We have already successfully imported over 3 gigawatts of modules from our Southeast Asian plants as of the end of Q3. Something that's unique for us is, we currently source for the U.S. market. We have our own supply chain. We have our own factories. We currently source all of our polysilicon from outside of China. We just opened about a month and a half ago our own ingot and wafering facility outside of China. We have had a cell and module factory outside of China for the last couple of years. Something else that's rather unique, I think, about Trina Solar is, for example, in 2021, we spent 6% of our operating revenue on R&D. That amounted to well over $300 million. We currently hold 1,300 patents. We have 25 world records for cell efficiency and module power. I think all of these are quite relevant to today's conversation about technology and U.S. manufacturing because of the advent and invention of 210 millimeter cells, and on top of that, N-type TOPCon technology. So this is a little bit of a technological, historical roadmap of where we started and where we are now. Interestingly, as you can see, over the last 14 years, our wattages have increased. Our wattage per panel has increased 133%. That amounts to approximately 10% or 40 watts per year. Now, of course, that's not the whole story. It's more than just how many watts are per module. You can grow a module with the same power density, but we are also increasing power density from 16.6% all the way up to 22.2%. That's a 34% gain. If you also look a little bit more closely at this chart, you can see since 2019, we've gained over 300 watts per module, 20% gain. And that's in no small part due to the advent and invention of N-type. Well, I shouldn't, obviously there's been negatively charged modules around for quite a while, but 210 millimeter cells and TOPCon N-type technology. Another interesting thing about this you may notice that in about 2019, we jumped from using the 166 millimeter M6 cell all the way up to the 210 millimeter cell, which is also known as the M12, perhaps G12. I sometimes get confused on that, so I apologize. So this slide is going to be introducing our newest residential module, the Vertex S Plus. The actual module is called the NE09RC 0.05. It is an all-black module, has low weight, and it integrates with most all racking and inverters. It is bifacial. There is no backsheet, therefore. Now, a lot of people say, why bother doing that for residential? Well, first of all, this can be used for commercial and industrial as well. And a lot of flat rooftops, flat roof installations are ballasted and tilted, whether 5 degree or 10 degree. And many of those roofs are white EPDM type roofs. So there is some potential gain there. The other reason, even in a residential flush mounted system, although there may not be much gain from the backside, we really do prefer using dual glass. We found that back sheets are, historically kind of a point of a challenge in the warranty area. So dual glass seems to really eliminate a lot of those challenges. So the other thing that's quite unique about this is we're using a 210 millimeter cell, but you notice the R. The R represents rectangular. So this is technically a 210 millimeter by 182 millimeter cell. The thing about that is it brings some of the benefits of 210 millimeter, which are by definition a lower voltage cell, but then the width of a 182 millimeter, that kind of allows us to have a form factor, a width of a lot of competition, and it allows for rather simple racking design swaps, shall we say. Another unique thing is we use third cut cells. This helps lower amps, which makes it more compatible with module level power electronics and partners. That technology of cutting is also known as non-destructive. Well, we use non-destructive cutting technology that minimizes micro cracks and improves mechanical strength, and obviously reduces waste and breakage. The N-type technology also kind of by definition brings a lower temperature coefficient. What that translates to is less heat loss in high heat. I'm sorry, less voltage loss in high heat. Lastly, the last two quick things is this module has a 25-year power warranty, which is kind of industry standard, but it's also got a 25-year product warranty. And then another thing that's rather unique to N-type technology is the low LID and PID. So the warranty states less than 1% first year loss and less than 0.4% annual attenuation. So this is just a look at basically all of the modules that we're currently utilizing the 210 millimeter N-type TOPCon technology in. I guess real quickly, why don't I explain what TOPCon technology is? It's an advanced N-type silicon cell technology that combines an oxide layer with a PERC solar cell to further reduce recombination losses and increase efficiency of the solar cell. In N-type solar cells, the base layer is doped with phosphorus, which has one more electron than silicon, making the cell negatively charged. This doping generates free electrons, which is why N-type cells return higher efficiency values than P-type cells. So interestingly here, I'll go back to the slide more specifically. The first two modules, we already went over the residential DE09. The middle one is our NEG19. Both of those use the G12R cell technology. So again, 210 by 182 millimeters, and that's allowing a width form factor that's kind of industry standard. The module on the right is yet to be released in North America, at least. That will be our large format module. It is a 210 by 210 millimeter N-type TOPCon technology, and it will reach up to 700 watts once we get that line up and running and efficiencies are gained. I already spoke a little bit about this NEG21 on the last slide, so I'll move on. This is the NEG19. I'll just note here, it looks like I have about a minute left. So We have a Black and Beach study on LCOE of this module. The interesting thing is this NEG19 in the experimental kind of project with controlled variables had 1.9% lower installation costs and 3% better LCOE than 182 millimeter P-type competitors. We are one of only 2 companies that have scored, had been a PVAL top performer for the last 9 years in a row. This really, this leads in part to the fact that we are considered by PV Tech a AAA bankable entity, and we're also Bloomberg New Energy Fund bankable solar module company that can help with some non-recourse financing. So wrapping up, we do really feel like it's important to have solutions all across the solar development kind of arena. So we do offer utility scale storage solutions, as well as racking solutions. We have, this slide says we have 60 dedicated people. We actually have over 70 now in the US supporting all departments, from logistics to sales to marketing to legal, etc. And then lastly, our US manufacturing facility. We announced this, as I mentioned, last month. This facility was a speculative development, so it already has ground walls and roof. We're just basically making the inside as we need it, and it will be 5 gigawatts with a gigawatt of residential and 4 gigawatts of utility scale. It's going to be bringing over 1,500 jobs to the U.S. I really appreciate the opportunity again, Jonathan, PV Magazine, and I really look forward to hearing from Alex, Tristan, Benoit, and Kim on the panel discussion to come. So thank you kindly.
Well, excellent. Thank you very much, John Shaw. He is the utility scale PV module sales manager for Trina Solar in the US. John, thank you for that presentation. Great to have some insights into TOPCon technology, which we're going to discuss in the panel discussion, as you alluded to. You also mentioned glass modules and also cell cracking and what Trina's doing to prevent cell cracking. These are going to be discussed in our next session, which is the quality session. So make sure you stick around for that.